Manipur was under president's rule for the last 1 year. Let's get the constitutional context. In February 2025, the Chief Minister of Manipur resigned after a prolonged crisis affecting the public order and national security. The resignation of the Chief Minister created a constitutional vacuum that had to be filled by recourse to the President's rule. President's rule and state emergency are popular terms for invocation of Article 356. Article 356 says that if there is a breakdown of the constitutional machinery and the state administration cannot be carried out in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution, the central government, that is the President of India, can dismiss the government if there is a government. If the Chief Minister already has resigned, there is no CM to dismiss, then take over the administration and rule it directly from the center. And what constitutes the constitutional machinery breaking down is, like in Manipur, the CM resigning and creating a vacuum, or a hung assembly, or the CM not resigning even after losing confidence of the House, or the state being unable to suppress threats to its public order and national security. So, on the 13th of February last year, Manipur came under President's rule. The assembly was suspended but not dissolved. And the proclamation was ratified by the parliament, and it lasted for 6 months from the date of proclamation, Feb to August. In August, it was extended again for 6 months. Article 356, as it stood amended by the 44th Amendment Act 1978, made by the Janata government, has two important provisions that ensure that President's rule is not unnecessarily, unjustifiedly extended beyond 1 year. Two conditions are both the conditions have to be met. Emergency must be in force in the entire country or part of the country, that is Article 352, and the Election Commission of India should certify that elections can't be held in the state. These are impossible conditions to meet, and therefore since 1978, there has not been a single state where President's rule has been extended beyond 1 year. Punjab was an exception. Now, in Manipur, the two extensions having taken place, the expiry of the President's rule is to take place on the 12th of February, having lasted 1 year. But before then, today itself, the President's rule has been revoked, and the coalition, NDA coalition, staked claim to the governor that we'll make the government. We got numbers in the assembly. Please summon the assembly and invite us to show our numbers. The assembly will meet, and then the Chief Minister, who has been designated so by the coalition, will move a confidence motion and show that he has the majority supporting him in the assembly. That is as far as the President's rule, assembly being suspended or dissolved, and the 44th Amendment Act, etc. are concerned. Now, okay, you can't extend the President's rule beyond 1 year. To that extent, safeguards are built, and the federal principle, federal morality, constitutional morality of cooperative functioning between the center and the states is respected. But how can you prevent the misuse of Article 356? How can you prevent the dismissal of the government and, in a manner not justified, imposition of the President's rule? That was done by Bommai verdict of the Supreme Court in 1994, where the Supreme Court said that if, through a judicial review, the proclamation has been proved to be mala fide, we can cancel the proclamation, and even after the assembly has been dissolved, we can revive the assembly. That's a very powerful verdict. And after that, we have seen as recently as 2016, both in Uttarakhand by the Uttarakhand High Court and in Arunachal Pradesh by the Supreme Court, President's rule being cancelled, the proclamation, and the assemblies being revived. So far, 135 times the president's rule has been imposed. According to Sarkaria Commission and Punche Commission, quite a few times without justification.